it's Amelia. In this video, we'll take a look at filters in Microsoft Excel. Let's get started. I have a sample worksheet. It's a to-do list with different tasks, and I want to explain what filters are. So filters allow you to filter out data which you may not need to see. So example, in this particular worksheet with tasks, let's say we wanted to see high priority tasks or tasks that are completed. To turn filters on, what you would do is in the ribbon in the Data tab, click on this filter icon here to turn the filters on. And when I do that, you'll see that in the header row, now you see little drop-down arrows in each column, which means that the filtering is turned on. So it's pretty easy. All I have to do is click on the drop-down arrow for the particular column and then decide how I want to filter it. So for priority, I want to see only high priority items. So I want to uncheck the select all, and I want to select just high for high priority and click OK. And now it'll filter and just display the high priority items. So I want to go one step further and also apply a filter in the status column. So I'm going to click on this drop down and I want to see completed items. So I'm going to uncheck the select all box and just select complete and click OK. And now I see all high priority items that are completed. I also wanted to point out that any columns that are filtered, in addition to seeing the little drop down arrow, you'll see the little filter, it looks like a little funnel. That icon is now included in that little tiny box with the drop down arrow. So now let's talk about how you would remove the filter. Well, obviously if you've just applied the filter and you want to undo it, you could hit Control-Z once or twice to remove the filters. But let's say you did some other things and then later you decide you want to remove the filters. All you would do is click on the drop down in the column where you have applied a filter. And there's actually two ways you can do this. The first way I'll show you, you can just click Clear Filter from Priority. So from the priority column, it removed that filter. And then let's go ahead in the status column, click on the drop down. And the other way to do it is click in the select all box and click OK. And that will do the same thing. It'll bring all the records back. Also wanted to mention that in the drop down arrow here, there's some other options other than filters. There's also sorting options. So you could sort all the information in your worksheet based on the values in this particular column alphabetically or reverse alphabetic. You can also sort by color. So if you had shaded particular rows in a certain color, you could sort by color. You could filter by color. There's also text filters. The text filters would allow you to apply additional filtering criteria such as equals, does not equal, begins with, etc. So example, find all items containing a certain word or phrase. And then there's also a search box here where you can search for one or more phrases. So let me show you an example. I'm going to use the first column. So let me go ahead and click on the drop down, and first I'll go into text filters, and let's say text filters, we'll use contains, and I'll just put in one word here, put in the word food and click OK. And then it filtered down to any records where this particular column contains the word food. So I'm going to click Control-Z and just show you a different way to do that. I could also, in the drop down, I could just put the word food in the search box here and click OK, and that will also filter down and show any records that contain the word food. And I'd like to show you one more thing. So in the ribbon where I had clicked filter in the beginning, there's also the same sort options that I mentioned. There's also this advanced feature. So if I click advanced, it will open up a advanced filter dialog box, and this has even more options here. So what you can do is normally when you filter, it's going to place the filtered records on the same worksheet. But if you'd like to copy the filtered information to another location, you click on this radio button, and then the copy to field becomes available, and then you can just click here to collapse this and pick a different location. You can even point to another sheet where it would copy the filtered records to. There's also the capability of, if I click list range, it has the whole range selected, but you can certainly change the range for the records that you're filtering. You can also specify a range for your criteria. So what you can do here is specify a particular range where you have all the criteria already typed in your worksheet and you want to filter based on that particular criteria. And finally, there's this little checkbox, unique records only, where you can check that if you want to see unique records only. And if you ever need more information, or when you're in a particular function, you can always hit help, which is F1. So what's going to happen is when you hit F1, it's going to open up a window specifically with help information on that particular topic. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.